I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all about parenting, good communication, family relationships, and child development all over the world through the lens of self-government. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about finding purpose in your parenting. In this video, I'm going to be talking about purpose and what it means to live according to purpose, but also I'm going to share with you 8 missions that a person could have in their life and how parenting relates to these missions and what kind of power you can find in them. The word purpose comes from the Latin word propsitum or pro bono. Pro means before. Bono means decided or determined ahead of time. So when a person lives according to purpose, then if they're going to live according to that word, that means that they are going to live in a way that is in harmony with what was decided for their life ahead of time. That's interesting. In fact, it's quite spiritual. In fact, a lot of people, when they are looking for their purpose in life, end up going down spiritual tracks. They will look to scriptures and God and religious gurus to try to figure out what it means to truly have purpose in life. If you look at the writings of Confucius and Buddha and prophets in the Bible, you see that repeatedly they are giving ideas about what it truly means to have a life of purpose. Buddha, for example, said that your purpose in life is to find your purpose in life and then do that. Now, I'm not Buddhist, but I would say that's pretty sound. Every single person is looking for what they were meant for. Whoever created you had a plan for you. What is it? And people want to find that and live according to it because they just have this inkling, this idea that if they can find that and live according to it, it will seem like everything in their life comes together. Well, no different in parenting. Many people struggle in their parenting. They bump along the way because they don't really know what type of a parent they should be, or why was it that this child was given to them when they don't necessarily know how to handle every problem yet. Well, there are definitely missions in life that prepare us to be parents, but just understanding missions lead us to greater purpose in our parenting. So let's talk about those missions now. Before we talk about the missions that I have to share with you, subscribe to this channel. Hit that subscribe button and you will open the floodgate of parenting information. There are so many videos here that talk about self-governing you, helping your children self-govern themselves. You're not going to want to miss. Subscribe now. So let's talk about these 8 different types of missions. I wish I could say that I recognized them all myself at first, but I didn't. In fact, there was a mentor that I had named Oliver DeMille, and Oliver DeMille found as he was reading through classics and scripture that there were 8 different missions that people seemed to have for their lives. After he shared these 8 missions, he said, see which one of these missions sticks out most to you and write it down. I did that, and I was amazed at what I found about myself. Later on, as I continued my own studies, because I love to study and read classical books, I found these missions everywhere. Sure enough, they're all through scripture and inspired writings. So here are the 8 missions. Number 1, feed the hungry. Number 2, heal the sick. Number 3, comfort the lonely. Number 4, teach the ignorant. Number 5, clothe the naked. Number 6, create beauty. Number 7, liberate the captives. And number 8, preach the gospel. The one of those 8 missions that stuck out to me was liberate the captives. I looked at what I do with my life. I teach people how to improve their relationships. We could say that I do teach the ignorant, but I don't think people are necessarily ignorant. I think they're in bondage to their habits, maybe to the type of upbringing they had, and they're just repeating mistakes again and again because they're trapped. And so as I recognized that liberate the captives was something that stood out to me, I knew that that's really what all this parenting training was for me. It was me helping to set people free. Now here's a cool thing about these 8 missions. So look at this list of 8 missions. Pretty amazing. Did you know that being a parent is all 8 of those missions? All 8. It is like the mission of all missions. There is no other mission that encompasses all 8 of those purposes that a person could have in their life. Now, a normal person might take on a project to feed the hungry. And then after they feel like they've gone down that track for a while, they might say, now I'm going to work on clothing the naked, or maybe creating beauty somewhere. I'm getting into art or something. So they would take one purpose or mission and it might transition to another. But while you're a parent, you have to do all 8 of those at the same time, simultaneously. People come to me all the time and they say, Nicholeen, how do I do what you do? I like what you do and I want to do that. Or I feel like I have a mission in my life, something that's significant like what you're doing. What can I do? And I always look at them and I say, focus on the number 1 mission first. The mission of all missions. Really nail that. Get good at that, because once you put your focus on living according to purpose in your parenting, every other mission will be a possibility for you. They'll open up and then you will know what you are supposed to do next. I don't know if every one of the people who I've told that to have taken my advice, but I told them that that's how it happened for me. And again, I see people focus in on their parenting. Really, truly have purpose in it because it is the greatest mission of all the missions that we could have. And they find increased happiness, increased calmness. They feel like somehow life is more meaningful. And then they end up sometimes teaching the things I teach with me and changing the world in really profound ways. So if you want to live with purpose in your life, start by living with purpose in your parenting. I'd like to share with you some tips for how to embrace parenting, this mission of all missions, with the same kind of energy that you might have embraced your career initially. And I know that it seems like it's a different thing, but no, there are a lot of things that are similar to running a business or living your career dreams. So what are some things you can do for parenting? Number 1, make good relationships. You know, in business, connections, relationships, good communication there, that means everything. Well, in your parenting, same thing. With your spouse or your partner, as well as with your children, you want to establish formats for good communication so that you can make sure that you achieve your family purpose or your family mission. Did you know that your children will get a sense of mission by living a family mission with you? Another tip is to make sure that you look in the eyes of the people around you. If you're going to connect with all of those people, you've got to really look at them, see their potential, be present in their lives. So make sure you pay attention. You talk to them on a regular basis and you look into their eyes. Tip number 3, have regular meetings. Have scheduled talk times where you talk with your children and your spouse about things related to the parenting and the family. Make plans together and hold yourselves accountable so that you can create the best family culture possible. Probably the most important thing you can do is make sure that your children see that you enjoy being a parent, that you enjoy living that mission. You will find greater joy as you choose deliberately to enjoy that mission. And you make a journal about all of the great things that happen as you're living according to that purpose. And guess what will happen to your children? They will see what it looks like when a person lives a life of purpose and mission. And they'll want to have that purpose and mission for themselves. If you've enjoyed talking about purpose in your own life and in your parenting, I know you're going to love the next video, which is helping children find purpose in life. Click on the link to that video now.